Thank you for attending this breakout session. So, I would like to just show you the agenda. We will cover the interaction with our citizens beyond digitalization and social interaction. And then we will have a look on how we can leverage the local business. Of course, the huge challenge of mobility in cities will be discussed. And I'll then end by explaining how we can what we can do for your green heritage and for the tourism and culture. So first important thing, you know that public services, they must combine the best of human and digital and focus specifically on its primary mission, strengthen the daily links between the citizens and their institution. In order to meet those objectives, we have 4 types of solutions. Sorry, I come back. Sorry, we have 4 types of solutions. The Internet of Things, which make it possible to connect objects in order to obtain information and control them. The analysis of the data, commonly known as big data. At Proximus, data analytics, which processes all forms of data, whether it comes from the IoT or any other source of information, such as our mobile data network. Finally, there are also the means of communication, which bring together the innovative communication solutions of Proximus, such as voice bots or chatbots. And finally, of course, we have the last sections, which are the ICT solutions. But we will not discuss this today in this presentation. So, I will talk you about our data analytics solutions. First pillar that we have is our mobile network. You know that each devices on our is connected on our network is visible, so we know exactly not who, but which device is connected on the device. By a technical logarithm, we can know where the device is sleeping at night, which allows us to define what we call the most likely living place. And by this, knowing from where a device is coming. Of course, behind this device, there is always a person. So we can know from where people come at a certain moment and how long they stay. Then we can also have third-party data, which are, in this case, you can see profiling of socio-demographic data. We can also have spending data to know what type of services are used and where people spend their money in your city. And we can add other types of devices. We will see it later, like sensors or camera, to count specifically the number of person. What you see on this presentation, on this slide, is that we can have macro and micro data with the sensors. And by multiplying all the sources, we can better know our citizens. What we will do is exploit the data, and we will do it in a way that it's all put in a very clear dashboard without having a data scientist that you need to hire to analyze those data. Our goal is to provide intuitive and interactive reports that make data analysis accessible for a wide range of employees. We can do it on an historic base, meaning that we can go to see an event in the past, and we can do it real time through our real-time crowd platform manage service. Now, which are the main questions that data analytics can answer? First, how many people are visiting my city? You can see what the traffic at a specific point. You can know how many euro are spent in a specific shop. We can also know for how long they stay in your city. We can also know if it's a returning visitor, meaning it's someone that we have seen in the past. What route they used to come in your town, in your city, and where are the busiest place in your municipality. Of course, we can know where people come from. That's really important. Are there foreigners or Belgians? What are the profile, the socio-demographic profile of the person? Those are data that we buy from an external partner. How many people are present in a specific moment at a certain place? Based on all the data we will collect, we are also able to make a kind of future proof, so that we know the future. We can make sure that you can adapt the Salesforce that you need. Also, another question that we will answer is it possible to send an alert or an SMS to a person which is busy in a specific area? Now, we will take another example of to provide you information that can help you citizen. In this case, this citizen is just surfing on Facebook, and he sees a post on his Facebook account of the municipality to which he has subscribed in the past. He just gets his driving license, and he is contacting via Facebook Messenger to find out how he can come on site and get the license. It's 10 p.m. in the evening, and yet some answer can be immediately provided to him. So this question become very precise if he asks more precise questions, and then the bot, when in this case since it's a bot, tells him that he will that someone will contact him the day after. This is really another way to communicate with your citizens, because they are used to use all those new social media services, and it's a way to better contact with them. And on the date indicated by the email he received, he goes to the place where he can withdraw his license. This can be, of course, totally automated with a chatbot that we can provide to you. Now, how can we stimulate the local retail? Well, we have a solution that's called entrance monitoring. It's a solution based on sensors that we place at the entrance of the store, and which will count each people coming in the store and going out of the store. So we know exactly at a certain period of time how many people are present in the store itself, which can be important when you see the COVID-19 restriction that we have in some places. So next to that, what we can do, we can place a smart Wi-Fi counting solution. So this is basically a counter, a Wi-Fi counter that will that will see all the devices around him. So we'll be able to find the MAC address of the device, so it's completely anonymized. We don't see the person, and we know exactly how many people are in a certain moment, at which time, how many time they stayed, and so on and so on. It's really easy because it's just plug and play solution. You just need a plug, and the solution is working with machine-to-machine SIM cards, and it works perfectly. Another services that we can provide to help the local commerce, it's the electronic shelf labeling. It's a small display on which we put the prices, and it's done. It's using really small screens that are connected to a network. It's thus possible to manage and update the prices from a central point, and also keep an eye on the state of stock in the shelf itself. And this really also improves the customer experience by allowing the customer to do self-scanning among different solutions, and know information about the product thanks to a QR code, for example. Okay, as you see on these slides, we also can help the local commerce to have analytics on the type of customers that are coming in the zone. We can know exactly the journey they did, so from where they passed. To also know the spendings, so how many euro are spent in these specific zones. Is my market share okay with the with the range, the middle range that my competitor are doing. So, speaking a bit about mobility, which is today often multimodal. So we need to think about smart mobility. That's to say that the user will diversify the way of using transport depending on his situation and to choose the best way to get from point E to point B. It's really complex. It's really a complex problem. But thanks to our daughter company BeMobile, Proximus can offer you a full range of services by optimizing citizens' mobility. But let's take a look at a concrete example with the city of Antwerp, for example. So, city of Antwerp is using a solution made by our company BeMobile, and they developed a services that is also available through a website and application. Those various mobility offers have been integrated into these services, and so bus, bicycle, train, trams, cars, etc. But also it covers the financial aspect, meaning we display cost and we can collect the payment. This makes it really easy for the user to assess the different possibilities and plan the journey when they come to Antwerp. They can also pay their bus ticket through the application and their parking ticket directly with the 4411 application that BeMobile offers. Along with another mobility services already presented for Antwerp, we have mobility assistance services. 4141, which has been just set up there. The service is already present in a large number of cities, mainly in the north of the country. Okay, we also can do we have some interesting solution for crowd management, knowing exactly how many people are there. Next to that, we can offer specific entrance monitoring or indoor mapping for the museum, for instance. And next to that, we will have a short word about the green heritage. In the green heritage, what we see is that we have a specific use case that allows us to monitor the walking trains, meaning that we know exactly where people are passing through and how many people are busy and walking at a specific pace. So, this ends my presentation, and I believe there are some questions, so I will get them to take them. Thank you. So I have a first question that asks, can we follow these analytics in live in real time? Well, we have two types of platform. So we have one platform where we get the data from a mobile network during a number of months, limited of course by the GPR rules. But we have also a real-time platform which is called real-time crowd management, which is used by in the Belgian coast. If you go to the website, you will see where are the crowdy places at the coast. Another question: what about the connection if there is no network underground parking? Well, that's a good one. Of course, if there is no connection, but we need to place to install. You need to call us and ask that we place extender in the parking, which is never a problem for us. So I think no, there is another question popping in. Is it possible to see a demo? Yes, of course. I won't be able to do it right now because I'm connected with another laptop which is not mine. But of course, you see my email address. You just drop me an email, and we schedule a meeting, and I'll be able to show you all this. We have a lot of demos running. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for following this session. It's really exciting for us to speak about that because we know it's important for cities to go forward and digitalize further. So thank you all. Bye.
Proximus. Think possible.